Cheers. Thanks for welcoming me back after the COVID.
Hooray!
Hooray! Miss you, Monica.
Go, Jordan, your turn, cuddles. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Lynn Padetti here, helping you to achieve time freedom, to have more time to travel. Except that it's been 14 months since I got on a plane, because I used to be a jet setter, always flying. There used to be a joke for me that it's like you should get your own plane, because I was always traveling. And I love that because I have a business that really allows me that flexibility to fly anywhere, to take time off when I need to reset. But the COVID really stopped everything. And most importantly, it also stopped me from seeing my own son for a long time. So I have a son who's 17 years old in Melbourne, and I live in Sydney. It's only a 1 hour flight away. But the last time I saw him, or I saw my whole family in Melbourne, was January 2020. So January 2020 was the last time I was there, and considering I was in Melbourne almost every couple of months, all of a sudden from January, I could not see my family in Melbourne up until June. So then in June, there was an open door, so there was no more lockdown, and I thought that was it, first lockdown finished. Well, not first, I just thought that was it. But then, well, luckily, I'm one of those type that if I feel like doing something, I do it. And so we arranged a catch up in Canberra. So we met up in a place that's in the middle of both of us. So it was 6 hour drive for them, it's 3 hour drive for me. And we met and we had a really fabulous weekend together. So that was like, 6-7 months of not seeing my son and my family. And then the week later, Melbourne got shut down again. I could not believe it. I could not believe that COVID hit again and they were locking us down. And so we were locked down again, and I didn't get to see them until, they were locked down up until November. And so between June and November, it was a very long period, and up in Sydney where I live, we were still quite free, we could do things, but in Melbourne, they were like quite locked down. And then the good news was that November, it's all open up and we're free to fly. But then I thought, December is only 1 month away, so I might as well wait until the end of the year where school holidays and there's more time, and then I'll go and see my family. But little do you know, another lockdown happened in December and I could not see my family again. I could not go down to Melbourne, nor would they go up to Sydney. And so once again, we were locked down and I could not see them. Finally, in this video, as you can see, I'm finally in Melbourne. So it was in March that I was able to go to Melbourne to see them. And I realized that I should go, I knew that if I don't go, even if it's just the weekend, you never know. COVID could hit again and I won't be able to see them. So I just got my kids, go together without my husband, and decided to go on a quick trip, even though it was 2 days, to go just in case another lockdown happens. Okay, so how did I feel about traveling for the first time? I was actually excited. I think during the COVID time, imagining traveling was like, I'm not sure, and it's a little bit scary. And I think the first time there was a lockdown, you kind of think there's an invisible virus flying around, and you kind of imagine the worst. But as things calm down in Australia especially, you start to feel normal again, and flying became a little bit more like, okay. But I do know some friends and people that are like, I ain't gonna get on a flight until I get a shot, like a vaccination. For me, I didn't feel like that. I kind of feel okay to fly, but I definitely would be putting on a mask. In Australia, it's not compulsory to put on a mask outside, but it is compulsory to put on a plane. But I also agree that I feel safer when I'm using a mask on a plane. And so kids, actually, it's not compulsory. Kids, they didn't make you to have to wear the mask, but you have to wear a mask if you're an adult. But yeah, the travel experience was interesting in a sense that, the airport was quiet. It's really quick to get to the airport. There was no traffic, and you kind of feel really pity for all the planes that you see that I was just standing there not doing anything, and you realize, oh my God, it's been over a year of it just being dead there. Well, on the plane, it was still a full plane. So I'm guessing that it's just less planes, less flights, but then at this point in time, they're still able to fill up the plane with a lot of people. And so you have to wear a mask, but the only other part is that when you're eating, then you can't obviously wear your mask. So you take it off because on Qantas they give you food. And so if you're eating or drinking, then you take off your mask. So I guess for a period of time on the plane, I'm actually not wearing a mask. Did I feel anything? No, I wasn't that scared. I kind of think that if I get it, I'm gonna heal from it anyways. I'm not too worried. Like, I don't feel like my brain doesn't get to the point that I'm gonna die. But yeah, in short, the plane was full and everyone was acting okay. Everyone was fine. Yeah, so the other thing though, although I want to travel and I'm okay to fly and I could fly down to Melbourne, the bad thing though is that other people that I love, like my mum and dad and my son and etc., they're not interested in flying, or they're not as excited about flying. So that just means that it's creating a more inconvenience. That means I'm going to have to be the one flying to whoever I need to see, because for them, they don't want to fly until they get the vaccination. So yeah, so that's going to be, for me, I have to be doing all the flying moving forward. Happy birthday to you! So here I am, 14 months, not being able to go back to my hometown. I got there and I was so grateful that my friends organized a party. Well, one of my friends' birthday was on and we had a party, and so I was able to see a lot of friends at the same time. And then on Saturday, I got my mum to organize a party as well so that she can invite a lot of my aunties and uncles and cousins and everything all at once so I could see them all together. So although I only went for 2 days, I was so grateful because I got to see all the people that I missed out on seeing for the year, and I made the most of those 2 days. That's it guys, this is our last moment in Melbourne, and nothing beats breakfast. Pho for breakfast. The kids, it's what, 9 a.m. and the kids are eating pho. Okay, so what are the lessons, I guess, coming out of this whole COVID thing that I like to share? I feel like this is the first time in human race, or from my experience being alive, is that we realize that not everything is under our control. In that, in life, we need to learn to kind of be grateful, to know that what we have may be lost, that a lot of things that in life we don't understand, but we need to build the ability to have resilience, adaptability, and also gratitude. It's like we take things for granted as well because we think that everything's always under control. But what I've learned with the COVID is that your hometown could be closed anytime. You know, the government has so much power that even one case, they could actually decide to just close everything. And so you could be so affected. And also, if you don't make the most of your time. So for example, I regretted that in November, when it was open up, I didn't go straight away because I thought, well, you know, I'll just go in December. But then they closed it and I really regretted it. So then I made sure that I went this time when it was open again, I went in, you know, straight away, even if it was just 2 days. So that's the thing that I want to, I guess, take away from is just always, you know, you might not get that chance in life. You might think that I'll just do it another day or I might do it another time, but you might not have that chance. So even though this is a small example, it's not like I've found out I've got cancer, I'm going to die tomorrow and I don't have a chance. I'm talking about I didn't get a chance to go and see my family, but it's still a little practice for us to go, you know, if you feel like doing something, do it. Don't always think that you have more time, or don't always think that things will always be the same.
It's so good to see all my family and friends.